to News at 7. I'm Scrooge McGoogliebooglie, and this is your financial stock market game update. Tonight we've got two special guests for you, both with advice on how to spend that $100,000. So why don't we get right to our guest tonight? Oh, that wasn't smart. Let's edit that out. Let's get right to our first guest. Our first guest comes to us from the Monopoly Company. You know the game, you love the game. It's Jane Monopoly the Third.
Hello. Did you happen to get that vintage Star Wars Monopoly we sent you?
I did. I love that game, Jane. I really do. I love Star Wars. I love Monopoly. I love anything Star Wars. I appreciate you and your company. I really do, Jane.
I do know how much you like Star Wars. Imagine how much money you could make if you invested in Monopoly. You could take all $20,000 of your investment money and put it in Monopoly.
All $20,000 and put it into Monopoly. That's an interesting thought. Hey, why don't we bring in our next guest? It's Miss Mary P. rocking the red hat. Mary P., are you there?
Hello again, Jane. Working an angle as usual, I see. Always trying to make a little more money, always trying to get people on board with taking big risks and selling that ridiculous game of yours. You can't even buy stock in Monopoly. That's
That's
product.
true, actually.
Do you know anything about how to successfully invest money? I'm sorry, I'm Jane Monopoly the Third. I have a board game named after my family. Of course we know finances.
That's what you call roasted there, Mary P.
Well, that was just rude. Plain
It's also rude. It's true.
You know what's rude? Wearing that awful hat.
All right,
in
all
public.
right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Did you just mute me?
I did mute you. That was very necessary. Let's get this show back on track, shall we? Mary P., we're going to take this over to you. Let's get us a fresh start, and let's give these students some advice on how to spend that $100,000.
Thank you for having me here today. I firmly believe that the wise choice to make is to diversify your stock
Diversify
portfolio.
it.
Diversifying means that you spread out your investments over a variety of stocks.
Spread it out over a variety of stocks. I like this. That's an interesting thought. Why don't we go ahead and take this over to Jane Monopoly the Third. Jane Monopoly the Third, what do you think about spending this $100,000 and diversification? I don't think that's how you roll at the Monopoly Company.
Concentration in your stock portfolio is the way to go. You focus on a few high-quality stocks, and you're going to win big.
I like that. Let's bring Mary P. back in. Mary P.
Diversifying your portfolio is the right choice because if you invest in many companies instead of just a few, and one of your companies does poorly, you don't lose a lot of money.
I don't want to lose a lot of money. It's interesting. Jane, what are we thinking here?
Sure, it's increased risk, but it's also a potential for increased gains. I'm sorry, but over time, diversifying your stock portfolio reduces the risk of unpredictable outcomes. It's just the smart thing to do.
Okay.
High-quality, large companies, that company does well. You're going to make out with a lot of money.
I want to make a lot of money, Jane. Invest a lot in one company, and if they do well, I get a lot of money out of them. It's interesting. Mary P., let's bring you back in.
But more money into a few stocks is risky. It's so risky, my word.
Mary, I agree that is risky.
How are you going to make money if you don't take risks? You've got to put a lot of money into one company. And if you're doing it right, you're going to make a lot of money. That company does well, you're going to see a large return on your investment.
Ooh.
When you diversify your investments over time, it reduces the risk of unpredictable outcomes.
Yeah, I do want to try and predict the outcomes here. It is difficult for me to put my money into something knowing I could lose it. I like this idea of diversifying and finding a predictable money coming in. Let's focus you a little bit here. I'm going to throw the Nike stock up on the screen. You can see over the last month that Nike has gone from $84.75 to $90.93 just in 1 month. Let's talk about this one large stock here. Jane.
You'd have to be crazy not to want to invest a lot of money in Nike. Like that company's ever going to do poorly. You're going to make a lot of money.
It's true. Mary, let's bring you into this conversation. As you look over the trends for the past month, you can see that while Nike has gone up over the month, there are days that this stock has gone down. Your thoughts?
How could you possibly think that putting a large sum of money into one company, all of your eggs into one basket, is a wise decision to make?
A wise decision.
I guess some people are just scared to take risks.
She's coming at you, Mary P.
Investing in just a few companies can also lead to big losses.
So we're looking at safety versus rewards here. It's a very interesting here.
Sure, your way of investing might be a little more safe, but in the long term, you're not going to see the rewards that you get when you concentrate on just some large companies.
So are you going to get better return on your investment from long-term small investments or short-term big investments? It's an interesting conversation to have. We're going to wrap this conversation up here. We'll go ahead and give each one of you 20 more seconds. Pull this together. How should these students spend their $100,000? Jane Monopoly III, the court is yours.
How does concentrating your stock portfolio work? Well, you take large amounts of money and invest it in only a few companies that you know are good companies. They're high quality companies.
Only a few companies.
They're going to do well because when they
Big
do
companies.
well, you're going to get a lot of money back in that investment. You're going to make a lot of money.
A lot of money back. That's outstanding. I'm tracking with that. Thank you very much. All right, let's go over to Mary P. Mary P.
Remember, when you diversify your stock portfolio, you spread out your investments.
Spread out the investment.
And you balance risk and reward.
Balance the risk and the reward.
This is the wise way to invest. Because if one company does poorly, you won't lose all of your money.
Okay, I'm tracking with that.
Remember, diversify that portfolio. Spread out the investments. Invest in a variety of companies. Large, small, foreign, domestic, and a variety of products and services.
I think I got this, Mary P. Thank you very much. I want to thank the both of you for coming on. I want to thank both of you for taking time. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me. You enjoy that Monopoly
game. I definitely
game.
will enjoy that Monopoly game. Thank you very much.
See you later, Red. Thank you for having me today. Jane, enjoy taking all that risk and don't text me when you run out of money.
Well, it's clear they have some unfinished business to attend to, but so do you. It is your job this week. Go out and spend some of that money. Go and spend all of that money if you want to. It really appears to be up to you. Are you just going to buy 5 stocks and spend $20,000 on each? Are you going to diversify and buy a whole bunch of different companies at smaller stock amounts? That's your call. This is News 7. I'm Scrooge McGoogliebooglie.